There are many ways to represent molecules. Here are some that you should already be familiar with. All of these structures are two-dimensional drawings, but it is important to remember that molecules are three-dimensional objects, as shown by this ball and stick model. Even though this model is a three-dimensional object, it is limited by its presentation in the two-dimensional space of your computer screen. It is important to notice that some atoms and bonds are coming out of the screen and toward you. Some of them are pointing behind the screen and away from you, and some reside in the plane of the screen. The atoms and bonds in the plane of the screen are actually being bisected by this plane, as shown. Notice again that some bonds and atoms are in front of the plane and others are behind the plane. A quick way of drawing molecules on paper while still preserving their three-dimensional perspective is adapted from the bond line formula. The end of a line represents a carbon, as does each intersection of a line with another line. Any atom or group of atoms that extends out of the plane is drawn with a solid, tapered line or a wedge. Normally, hydrogens are not drawn unless there is a need to accentuate their functionality or three-dimensionality, as in the central hydrogen here. Atoms that extend behind the plane of the screen or page are connected by dashed lines. If we were to rotate the molecule 180 degrees as shown, the perspective drawing would then look like this. Keep in mind when drawing on the page that dashes represent bonds going behind the page and wedges represent bonds coming out of the page. Therefore, this molecule could also be represented this way.